What's up, everybody? Welcome to our channel, Film It, Food, and Adventure. Today, we are at one of my favorite places, Hearthstone Castle in Danbury, Connecticut. Guess who I'm here with today? We've got my brother,
Hey guys,
one of the Bando Bros, Bill. He's back. Tell us why you weren't with our channel for a while, Bill. What happened?
I was working at my job on Sundays,
And
and
that's when we generally film, Sundays. So I'll automatically I can tell you, I love stone structures. I love brick. Look at this beautiful archway where they used to park the horse and buggy. Like I said, this was built back in the 1800s and was built over time, obviously. They didn't have the manpower back then. It's a three-story castle. Look how the top is just rock edges. I love that. So I'm going to say the mistake about this castle when they built it was the fact that they made it with a flat roof. Everyone knows flat roofs, the longevity of them are not the best, especially when you're not maintaining it. They deteriorate really quickly, and we are going to go in the castle here in a bit. I'll probably show the very end, the outside walls at the very, very end. But look at this place. It's massive. I forget the actual square footage, but you can look it up. It's Hearthstone Castle, right out here in Danbury, Connecticut. So it's been abandoned. I believe this went abandoned back in 1880s, or maybe it was in 1900s sometime. So what happened was this town of Danbury, Connecticut bought the castle and just did no maintenance with it, and everything ended up collapsing, and here it is to this day. I love this tower right here that goes up to the top. I was telling Bill actually earlier, my Bando bro, the ones that are boarded up in the middle there, the three, there used to be a nice spiral staircase. Those three windows used to be stained glass. I always thought that was so nice. I love, if you know everyone that knows me really well, I'm really into stained glass windows, especially like old historic buildings, and that would be churches too. For historic places, we're actually going to make a video at our church in St. Rose of Lima in Meriden, Connecticut. You could actually look that up. It was built in 1848. And way up there, I'm going to pan and show you. Way up there has the year the castle was built. Right there. At least I'm pretty sure. Why else would there be a date on there? But look at all these stones. This was made to last. But the inside, we're going to go in momentarily. Unfortunately, this, not so much. So I'd like to say 2 years ago, this whole inside castle was filled with all the fallen debris from way, way up. And this is what it looks like today. I'm going to do a quick pan, and then I'll show you the upper levels. And now it's just really, they're supposed to make it an observation tower, but it's been sitting like this, I believe, like I said, for like 2 years, and they haven't done anything with it. So, and this, what I'm panning over here in this far corner, this used to be the servants' quarters. It was only two-story here.
Nick was here a couple of years ago, and the foundation was higher.
Yeah.
Other floors were up.
Mm-hmm.
You could check on one of his old channels and see there.
And what else happened that day? Do you remember?
Supposedly the cops came in. Almost got arrested that day.
Well, they weren't so much interested in me and Ray, especially me, because I'm short. I'm a short king. I'm 5'4". They were interested in our friend Stifler at the time because he had some kind of, which we didn't know, warrant or arrest out in Meriden, Connecticut. So we used to be, see where I'm panning right now. We used to be in this little section right here to the left where I'm panning. We used to be able to climb like up and out. There used to be a roof overhang, which I thought was really cool. And then in the middle here, you're not going to see it. You just use your imagination. There used to be a stack of like 8 fireplaces. And this place is called Hearthstone Castle because it's known for all the fireplaces, I believe. Someone definitely correct me in my calculations in the comments, or at least I think there were like 12 fireplaces altogether. As I was saying in the beginning of the video, this spiral right here, this used to be beautiful. I've seen pictures before this place got trashed and ruined. On that third level right there, That's where the stained glass window used to be. Where you see all the vegetation coming out. I like that though. Some of the, if I gotta find a window now, some of the old woodwork is actually still up there. They never took that down when they did the asbestos removal and all that like a couple years ago. But this place used to be a lot cooler. We used to be able to climb at least the second floor. Not that it was really there, but it was like a couple of levels. Really sunny day. It's finally warm. It's been cold this entire spring. Look at that fireplace. Right up there. I never got up to because that floor, when I discovered this place, never existed. So. And there was a fireplace right there, but they went over it. So that was probably when the floors did exist, and they didn't want people having fires, so they blocked it off completely. So this actually right here, I'm going to show you when I first discovered this place back in 2018, when it was a nice, beautiful wraparound porch. This was our way-in. A lot of these boards were actually knocked down at the time they went in and board and tried to seal things up, but they're not really. They've never maintained this since they bought it. So look at that beautiful. What use your imagination again? What once was a wraparound porch with a roof. And another thing, flat roof at that. With some of the graffiti is like, I just really wish they wouldn't do that. But what are you gonna do? That's stupidity of people. It's a park runs this castle, but they're not really doing anything to keep people out. Or maybe they will. Who knows? We might get another run-in with the popo. And this was the once beautiful grand entranceway right here. I'm sure there were nice double doors like me and my wife's new mansion. But we're actually gonna. There's not too much more to see. But I'll give you a long shot of this place. I'll back up all the way that as far as I can. This is like the longest width of this entire castle. This right here. And like Bill was saying earlier, there was, and I'm going to bring the old video to the channel, there was a basement at one point in time. I don't believe anything was finished. There might have been. I remember seeing the toilet, so maybe it was like a bathroom. But this whole thing was once a basement, and then they leveled it to the top. Bill, I'm going to show one last thing before we head out. Bill thinks maybe someone fell on hard times over here in the corner. There's like a jacket with spray paint on it. But somebody might have just left it here. Who knows? Usually, you know us. We usually keep everything a secret with our locations. But there's not too much more here you could do other than party and put graffiti everywhere. But Bill was saying he discovered this. He thinks somebody may have fell on hard times. But I'm not sure, so I hope they're in better times right now. But I think when they were gutted this castle, in my honest opinion, see this door right here? This is not obviously not original to the castle, but if you look in the very far corner right here, it has a little alarm spot. I think when they were originally gonna try and keep people out until they preserved it for the lookout.
Tough.
The tout, whatever they're making this. I'm tired. I haven't had any sleep yet. As I say, I'm drunk, but no, I'm really tired. I've been on no sleep. I just worked 12.5 hours, but we wanted to get the spot before they do anything more to this. The other thing is they said they were going to make a garden out of this, but I can't see that happening either because people would just destroy it. All right, we're going to pan on the outside, show you the nice stone structure, and we'll go around the whole thing and show you a little here and there. I was saying if I ever had the money, I would love to fix this up and make it my dream castle again. It would be a really nice mansion to do, bring it back to life. Yep. I want to show you all the rock work, stonework, brickwork. You don't get this anymore, craftsmanship. And some of the wood here, when the castle was fully functioning, was imported from Italy. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, people live next to us.
Yeah, we have neighbors right now. They're exploring the castle too. We really don't want to get them in the shot without their permission if we can help it. I'll show you the servants' quarters from the back end. They used to actually, this castle used to run off its own water. They tore it down a year ago, but if you went that way, all you can see is stone slab. There was a water tower. All right, now this was a cool one of the last roofs on the porch that we're standing only because it was a slanted roof made out of metal. I found this interesting. Look at the very top. There's a pine tree growing out of the very top. I might put Christmas lights on it later. Who knows? No, I'm only kidding. If I go up there, I'm not coming back down. Well, not safely anyway.
You can try that. I'm sure you're fine with it.
We don't want to try, Bill.
I could do it in my younger days.
Right? Yeah, same. That's what I'm saying. Like, see on the edge of the castle right here? Like Bill was saying, in our younger days, I probably still could. Not that I'm going to, because I'm really not achieving much. I could climb the edge of that to the top, but there's nothing to land on the other side, so it'd be a hard fall down. All right, I gotta watch where I'm going to. We're going into growth here. That's the only bad thing. Me and Bill were discussing. We like this time to go exploring, but now we have to worry about ticks.
I am getting one a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, when we went to the mansion, unfortunately, Bill came home with a hitchhiker. He was screaming bloody murder. I'm driving my car. All of a sudden, he goes, "Get this thing off of me!" And I'm like, "What?" He's like, and I'm like, Bill, I'm driving. You gotta ask Alden, and then Alden ended up doing it for him. It was crazy. So this last part, I was gonna say, see there was a little metal hanging on the roof. There was triangular roof, and from that window there, somebody had prop boards. And I got up on the roof, and there was through that doorway up there. There was a little flooring left. I was able to get into the servants' quarter on the second level. Definitely wasn't like the best, but it was pretty cool to see because they still had like tile and everything.
I wish I was came with you those.
Yeah,
years.
back in 2018 when we originally filmed this, that's when everything was inside. There was like a bathtub in the basement. It was like broken to smithereens. As you see, somebody ruined the wall there with graffiti. So I'm hoping that they turn this into an observation tower at least. Because at one point in time, from what I understand, they were trying to sell this for $1. But they did all the work now. I don't know if that's still up for grabs. They removed all the asbestos and did everything that they had to do. I don't know if we're going this way with other people in front of us. Is there a way to get around from the fence over there?
No, all brush. That's all poison ivy. This is all poison ivy because
I don't want to get poison ivy. I want to show you more of this nice structure. There's a not fireplace, chimney all the way at the top. I'll try to pass these people right now.
Just be careful when you walk over here. Don't trip over the road.
Yeah, that's true. Someone's horrible graffiti right there. So actually, long story short, on this part, we came out through that window up there when there was kind of a floor. Me and my other friends, our old cameraman Ray, we walked on this part when it had, this is just a roof overhang.
Isn't this the part you guys got caught at?
No, it was at the very front where the cops got us. I would love to see this back in its glory. I was telling Bill, too bad we can't go back to like 18-something and see it before it got destroyed by everybody. I'm not sure why these supports are on the outside, because originally they were supporting something on the inside. I think some people just say, "Oh, we can vent, huh?"
I think they kicked the ball out.
We could, vandalize. No, the board's been down because I've been here since the demolition of the structure here. I got to be careful. Originally, we'd be walking around the beautiful wraparound porch if it was still standing. It would have been cool though to sit out here, have your coffee, drink your beer.
Yeah.
And watch the rain come down.
It must be beautiful in the snow time.
Yeah. I haven't been up here in the winter time. Well, I have, but we came here I'd like to say March or April when things were starting to warm up. This was quite a few years ago, me and a couple of friends. And there was still a little snow in the castle that we stepped in. And that same day, we went out to New York after this, went to Tilted Kilt when it was still open, and got a meal. And we had soggy jeans. It's like, I hate walking around like that. But hey, it was the day for us. We really wanted to see this. There's the main staircase as you would go into the grand entryway, which I'll show here in a minute because it's not very grand anymore, unfortunately, and I will show you why. There was once grand. Entryway, double door, like me and my wife's new mansion. Look at that. There was a second way up to the roof through that big door.
Probably a swing though.
Yeah, that's what I'm kind of thinking. Yeah, I was telling Bill earlier. So you see where that little nook sticks out?
Yes.
Right up there. He was surprised. There used to be a flagpole. I find. Let me see.
Oh yeah, I see.
You
Right
still,
there.
there should still be like bolts up there. I was surprised they took that down. I was hoping they would keep it for when they make this an observation tower, but I really don't think that's going to happen. And a lot of more stupid graffiti. And this used to be. Let me show you this, which I like. I really like. The arches. This
That
used
must
to
be the archway. This might have been the parking lot.
the horse and buggy stable.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm calling it because cars didn't come out originally. I'm guessing this is where the horse and buggy came through.
Yeah, that was the main entrance because it's the stairs.
And now I'm almost falling on my head. That's all we need is for me not to go home today to my beautiful wife and children, our kittens, and our mansion. Uh-oh, Billy's running away from the camera. He's getting camera shy here.
No, it's gonna
My
attack
band
by
will go.
bugs. Oh, bugs over here.
Look at that. Beautiful. All right, everybody. With that, subscribe, like, share, comment. It's Sunday Fun Day. Start of my 4-day vacation that I get every week. Peace.
Peace.